another story about life and love and pain. You want someone to need you, and I just broke the chain. You came to me in a hurry, never tried to take my hand. I had no intentions and you never had a plan. It could have been love, it was a passionate affair. I made you come, but you never stay anywhere. Oh, it could have been love if you wanted it to be. But you don't need no one to blame it on, and baby, it could have been me. I never asked about your story. If I did, you'd never tell. Drowning in our sadness while your body cast a spell. Sometimes you just know it's not a night that brings you peace. I got what I came for and you got your release. It could have been love, it was a passionate affair. I made you come, but you never stay anywhere. Oh, it could have been love if I wanted it to be. But you don't need no one to blame it on, and baby, it could have been me. Oh, it could have been me. Just wrote down my story about life and love and pain. We loved it when our skin would touch, but the hearts were wrapped in chains. I could have been your everything and you could have been my wife, but you ran away and I let you go, and so such is life. It could have been love, it was a passionate affair. I made you come, but you never stay anywhere. Oh, it could have been love if we wanted it to be. But you need someone to blame it on, and baby, ain't gonna be me.
I love that. That is called Stay Anywhere. And that is Jesse Rutstein, who is here with us and we're going to be speaking with in just a moment. And he's going to play a couple songs live with us, or live for us, I should say. But if you are listening live on Saturday, I hope you're traveling safely. We've got some winter weather and was very surprised to wake up to that. But this is Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. Of course, also, you can stream the show from anywhere if you go to mattconnerton.com/live for all your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is a Saturday, April 12, 2025. Jenny is here, of course, at the news table.
Present and accounted for.
And let me get that mic up there. So we've got Jesse Rutstein is here with us. Hello, Jesse.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I got to boost this up a little bit. We have to kind of sound check live on the air. But yeah, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. So we met you at the grand reopening of Terminus Underground back in how many months? It becomes a blur. I don't know how many.
A couple months ago, January, I think.
Yeah, January. That sounds right. Yeah. And no, we were very impressed. I love your voice.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And the songs are great. We played that studio track, and we're going to be playing another one toward the end of our conversation today too, which is a world radio premiere, something that
Yes.
that we'll talk about later. So really looking forward to that, and looking forward to hearing you play live. But tell us about, because we were talking off air too about a collaborator of yours, someone who has been on the show, although ironically not talking about music, but talking about other subjects. So he was on a long time ago, but Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Dyer. He is probably my main co-producer, because we both work on the stuff together. We've been in a few bands together over the years. I hooked up with Tree Streets Inc. is the studio that we work out of. Executive producer is Dave Patterson, who makes all this happen for us. And me and Caleb hooked up years ago. We were in the Jess Olson band together, and then we were in a short-lived band called Stay in the End. And, both of us are just working in the studio together, and we did a bunch of tracks. The track that we're going to play later is actually a song that's been 3 years in the making. We recorded tracks years ago, and it kind of gave some rebirth to it. So yeah, he's kind of like been my partner throughout this whole thing. It's definitely, the EP is going to be a solo release, but it definitely takes a village,
Right. Yeah, no doubt. So where do you record? Like, do you record at his studio, or where do you record these?
So the studio is owned and operated by Dave Patterson. It's called Tree Streets Inc.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's on Vine Street in Nashua. And the things that Dave has done with this place, it's a full studio and a rehearsal space for other bands. Similar to what Terminus Underground does. It's a kind of a place where we can get in and not break the bank to record and put together some really great tracks. There's so much talent. Dave as an engineer, Caleb as engineer, musician, and producer as well. So the three of us have been working closely together for years, about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
So it's full studio, get the sound booth, everything. It's not much to look at on the outside, but when you go in, anytime somebody new comes down, they're like, wow, this place is great.
Yeah, yeah.
We have, and there's a number of bands that, rent space in there and stuff too.
Yeah.
It's not so much as a performance as like kind of the studio side of local music.
Okay. Very cool. And so are you from Nashua?
I'm from Nashua.
You're from Nashua.
Yep.
Okay. Is that how your association with Eleanor and Andre from Terminus and New Hampshire Underground came about?
Yeah. Eleanor hit me up. I think that I forget exactly what happened. I think they had a cancellation, or they just heard about me, but there was a show last 4th of July. It was a veterans benefit. And they asked me if I'd like to go do it. And,
wow.
Yeah, we met, we hit it off, and then they asked me to come play at Terminus, and I've been down there a few times. Great place, great place for local musicians and artists. I met the person who's doing all my photography down there, Crafty K. She's I met her at Terminus too, and
okay,
so it's and what we're trying to do at Tree Streets is like the studio side of showcasing what they're doing in Nashua. So it's really I really love those guys. They're really awesome.
Yeah.
And I'll be playing down there on the 7th of June.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
excellent. When we went to that, so yeah, that was the first time Jenny and I had seen you and Quincy Lord, who had just been on the show. I think might have been on that morning. No, or maybe the week before. But,
It was weird because I checked you out right after we booked the show, and I saw that Quincy had been on, because I had just met Quincy that night as well.
Yeah, and he's amazing. He's amazing.
Great.
The thing that I tell everybody about Terminus is the first time you walk into it, it's like walking into another world. It's like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's so unique and so interesting. Yeah.
And you get there and you look and you're like, am I in the right spot?
Yeah. And they do a great job with the sound there too.
Fantastic. Yeah. Andre's awesome.
Andre, and I think Katie, is that her name? The sound engineer who's there a lot too. I think it's,
I'm not really sure.
I think it's Katie. Yeah, they do a great job, and they get a great sound out of the place. No doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we need as many places like that as possible that are really into supporting local music, and also being able to have national acts that come through. Like Jenny was able to work with Eleanor to book Green Jello there.
Yeah,
That was a lot
I
of fun.
actually missed that show. I was
you?
working that night,
Yeah.
but my buddy went to that show and brought me an autographed shirt from the bands because I remember those guys from when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you play out a lot? Do you play a lot of live shows?
I was doing a lot of shows. I've pretty much been laser focused in the studio right now. Throughout the last few years, I've been trying to put together a number of different projects, and I've worked with different bands and different artists, some amazing artists that actually appear on the upcoming EP.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the beginning of this year, I decided that I had so much material that we've just compiled over the last couple of years, and I have all these new songs that I wanted to do. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to do this ground up. I've never promoted myself as a solo artist before. And so I put out, there's a song that's coming out that's a duet, and the one that we're going to play later, Dear Baby Jean, has some amazing musicians on it. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm going to promote it as a solo thing.
Yep.
I'm doing all the online stuff that you're supposed to do, which is extremely tedious.
Yes.
The music industry has changed, the way that artists get themselves out there, but I can tell you that I never thought I'd be on TikTok as much as I have been lately with this single.
No kidding.
But yeah, so I am booking through the summer and and going forward.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be promoting it as a solo thing. I'm the show I'm doing at Terminus. I have a couple great players that are going to be playing with me, and then I'm playing a gig at the end of June. It's the summer kickoff at the Auburn Pits. It's
Okay.
June 22nd. Faith Ann Band is going to be the headliner.
Nice.
And, other Tumble Toads, Glitter Tooth, and the Whole Loaf are also going to be playing. I'm going to be opening the show, and I got some great musicians playing that one with me, too. So
Outstanding.
Yeah. But that's all I have for the live stuff coming up. Right now, it's going to be laser focused on studio, getting the EP out.
Yeah.
That way I have something to promote when I really do get out there and start gigging.
Exactly. And when is the EP coming out?
The goal is June 10th.
Okay.
We're dropping the next single on May 1st, and June 10th. There's some finishing touches. Different musicians are supposed to be coming in and doing a couple things for the last song. So
Wow.
I'm hoping to get it all done by then. But it'll be 5 songs, and then after that there'll be a full length. And don't ask me a date on that one.
Oh, okay. So you're already planning a full length.
I am planning the full length, but I really want to see Stay Anywhere. When I released it, I did a ton of research on how to promote and what people are doing now to get heard. And I'm getting some views, and I'm getting some positivity coming back from it. But I really like. It's almost like I'm working through the kinks on this one as I prepare to really push the next 5 songs.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Do you want to play? I'm dying to hear you play live. I know Jenny is too in the audience.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll let you go ahead and grab your guitar, and then while Jesse's doing that, if you are listening live, of course, we have Jesse Rutstein here with us live in studio on this snowy Saturday morning. We were very surprised to wake up to a lot of snow on the ground, and it was still coming down, and the roads were messy, and just right back to winter. But let's see. Let me turn that up. Ooh, that sounds nice in the headphones. That sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds really good. What are you going to play for us?
This is a song called Superhero Toys.
Okay.
I have 4 amazing children, Gia, Junior, Jackson, and Reenie. Her name is Maureen, but we call her Reenie.
Oh, okay.
And, this is a song I wrote a long time ago when I found out I was having my second son, and it's a song about my first son and like how nerve-wracking it is to find out you're having a boy and all the thoughts that go through your mind. I have to raise a man. You got to teach him respect. You got to teach him to be good. And, So the first verse is about that, and then the rest of the song is about how great he is, and then his brother Jackson was born, how great of a big brother, and
wow.
So it's like I'm really proud of all my babies.
All right, very good. And what's it called again?
It's called Superhero Toys.
Superhero Toys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm at a loss and these tears are of joy when she looked up at me and said, this one's a boy. Kinda funny how the fear and the love of a son can stop you to think of the things you have done. 'Cause I want him to be strong but be sweet to his mother, humble yet brave with no fear of another. And I want him to love me as much as he can, 'cause it's my job to make him a man. And so here's to my angel, but this one's for the boys, to the trucks and the trains and the superhero toys, to fishing and wishing we could stay up all night until mom comes, turns out the light, and said, don't worry boys, it's all gonna be alright. He gets the short end and his sister gets away with more than he does when she looks at me that way. He said, hey Dad, why can't I get what I want? I said, you know better son, so let's have some fun. And so here's to my angel, but this one's for the boys, to the trucks and the trains and the superhero toys, to fishing and wishing we could stay up all night until mom comes, turns out the light. Said, don't worry boys, it's all gonna be alright. Ooh, and I can't believe how much you have grown. I'm proud of you, son, and I hope that you know there's another boy coming. I hope that you can help me to make him a man. Well, I'm at a loss again, more tears of joy. She looked up at me and said, it's another boy, and I know that you'll love him as much as you can, 'cause it's my job to make him a man. Ooh, it's our job to make him a man. And so here's to my angel, but this one's for the boys, to the trucks and the trains and the superhero toys, to fishing and wishing we could stay up all night till mom comes and turns out the light, and said, don't worry boys, it's all gonna be alright.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That is Superhero Toys, performed live by Jesse Rutstein here in studio on this snowy Saturday morning. Matt Connarton Unleashed. We are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM. And let's see, My Art by KF in the chat room says, rock it, Jesse.
That is, she did all the photography for the album.
Oh, that's who did the, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's really great.
Outstanding.
Graphic K, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm curious about, like, how did you learn to sing? Because you've got there's a rawness to your voice that I really like, that I think it works perfectly with your material. Like, did you ever take lessons, or are you self-taught, or?
The only lessons I ever took were on drums. The singing has it's been, I thought I could sing for a long time, and then I started recording, and I was like, wow, I really need to work on this. So,
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, for sure. My influences are everything from B.B. King to Michael Jackson to Metallica. You know what I mean? And the Beatles and everything in between. And
Yeah.
and I found out early on that a little bit of rasp can hide the fact that I don't know a lot of notes. So I used to play the blues a lot. That's how I really learned how to play. Me and my friends just in high school, and I played a lot of blues, and then the classic rock, which I guess is now oldies. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I always really liked the raspy kind of voice. And
Yeah.
Ken hits, and through the years, through recording and listening back, and I always joke like I hate my voice, because I listen to it more than anybody else in the studio and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, I appreciate it, and it's I definitely don't want to say it's years of practice and lots of smoking, but but yeah. So I it took me a while to kind of like be like, all right, this is my thing. This is my voice. I had friends in bands back in the day who were like, why are you always doing the raspy thing? Like, you have a really nice clear voice too, and that does come through on the record.
Okay.
And, but yeah, I try to be as diverse as possible because my influences range. They're just all over the road.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put, there's that one, which is the sweet song, and then the one you played, which is kind of like the outlaw acoustic.
Yeah.
And then Dear Baby Jean is like a hard rockin' tune.
Okay.
With amazing guitar work done by Peter Davis.
Okay.
And who's a great local musician as well. So yeah, I'm trying to like bring a little bit of everything, but the one thing that does hold it all together, at least in my opinion, is the voice.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to put Hammond B3 organs on one, and then we have a shaker on the other one. It's just acoustic, So it's like it's what holds it together is that familiar voice.
When you sing with that rasp, is that something you do consciously, or does that just happen? Because you mentioned too, you do also sing on some tracks with a cleaner voice.
Yeah, I mean, I control it the best I can.
Yeah.
I do it on purpose because I can hit lovely notes too. And,
Yeah.
Especially when I'm doing the acoustic gigs, you got to kind of do that. But
Yeah.
it comes naturally to me, and it's like a guitarist learning how to control his feedback.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's like just turn it down.
Right. Now, you mentioned, so you used to play in a band. Actually, you mentioned you played in a band with Caleb.
I played in a couple bands with Caleb.
Okay.
So we met, I believe, around 2000, 2001 with the Jess Olson band. Jess Olson's another amazing musician from the area. She's all Jessica Songbird is probably how anybody would know her. Yeah, she's really great.
I think I interviewed Jess Olson once.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
It
doubt
becomes
it.
a blur, but I think a long time ago I interviewed Jess Olson. That's very familiar.
That
yeah.
surprises me because she's really, really memorable. but
Yeah.
she's awesome. And the band just kind of went separate ways. Me and Jess had different ideas of what we were going to do with the music going forward after being together for a couple years. And when the band split, the guys that were, Alec Philibrown was our bass player, and Seth Cedars, who appears on some tracks on the record as well, played drums. And we were like, hey, you want to just keep jamming and doing some rock stuff? I was like, well, are we going to find a new singer? And they're like, why don't you just sing? So we did a few gigs and recorded some really, really wonderful music as a group.
Yeah.
And that was about 2 or 3 years ago. And now here we are, where some of those songs that I thought that I was just going to scrap, because that band, people have schedules,
Yeah.
and different goals and whatnot.
Yep.
And when that ended, I thought, oh, well, I lost a couple tunes here. But I ended up, going back in and putting some stuff together. And,
Yeah.
there's one song called On Your Toes, which originally was a song about a girl. And I just, for whatever reason, I'm not going to be playing that song anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the drums were just so good in it. And On Your Toes was a song that I wrote years and years ago about my daughter, who's an amazing dancer, and it's a song about her getting up on toe shoes when she was in ballet for the first time. And it was a really nice song. But I was like, wow, those drums are going to work really cool. So I went in and cut up. I told Seth, I was like, I'm going to be cutting up your drum track, but I'm going to be using it.
Yeah.
So he hasn't even heard his drum track yet.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
It's cool. That one I can't wait. I'll be playing that one for you today, too.
Okay.
That one I can't wait to release because that's a really cool tune. And
Yeah.
we're going to have some saxophone on it, too.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
The forgotten rock and roll instrument.
Yeah. What was it that brought you, after playing in bands, what was it that brought you to wanting to do a solo thing, but where you're still obviously collaborating with a lot of musicians?
Well, number one, I've never done it before.
Yeah.
It's always been a dream of mine. But I find that, like, especially in this area, it's really, really tough to get out there and promote original music. And if I'm going to start a band, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be playing 3-hour cover gigs. Not that I have anything against that. Not that I think anything's wrong with that. There are some freaking workhorses in this town. In the area who are out there every night killing it, bringing live music to the area.
Yep.
It's just I want to do my thing. I want to get on some bills that are promoting original music, and I realize in order to do that, I'm going to have that original music available. So I kind of, instead of playing in bands that will be funded by playing 3-hour nights at a bar, I'm going to go the other route and try to promote this first and then get out there and get some opening slots for some bigger bands and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
At least that's the goal.
Yeah. No, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Well, do you want to play that song you were just talking about?
Sure.
I'd love to hear another one. And if you are listening live, if you're just joining us, Jesse Rutstein is here with us live in studio on this Saturday morning here. And sounding amazing.
So that one, the last one I played was about my son. This is about my daughter. She, I don't know if you know anything about dance, but I was a dance dad. And
okay.
When a kid gets company, it's like being one of the all-stars.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
She became a company dancer.
Oh.
And this was about the first time I saw it, because it takes a couple years to get up on those toe shoes. And, you know, when you picture a ballerina, like a music box or something, and they're on that toe, that's what the song's about.
Oh, okay.
It's the first time I actually saw her do it.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Make sure I'm in tune here, sorry.
No worries.
Those eyes that can't be real, but they light up when they look at me. And though a yard would be ideal, she grew it a walking, touching the trees. Yeah, we touched the trees. But when I saw you dancing on your toes, I knew what they meant when they said it's hard to watch them grow. When you first danced with me, I had to hold your hands and kept you close. And she said, I love you more. Now I can't believe she's real, a luckier man I could never be. I see a woman, not a girl, and I can't remember a time aside from the day you came into my life that I've been so proud of you. But when I saw you dancing on your toes, I knew what they meant when they said it's hard to watch them grow. When you first danced with me, I had to hold your hands and kept you close. And she said, I love you dancing on your toes, I knew what they meant when they said it's hard. But when I saw you dancing on your toes, I knew what they meant when they said it's hard to watch them grow, to watch them grow, to watch them grow.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
That was gorgeous.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Jesse Rutstein is here with us live in studio on this Saturday morning. And by the way, Philippe is in the chat room, says, loving it, Jesse.
All right.
And
Thank you, Philippe.
also Rob Dion, who does a show here called Through the Stage Door, was inquiring about your last name. It is Rutstein. So he's obviously a fan.
All right. That's Rutstein.
Yes, yes. And let's see. Oh, also, I see Miriam Banish, of course, our good friend and a big supporter of the show and all the shows here at WMNH is in there also. And we have somebody listening from Uganda. Hello, welcome.
Yeah.
So
That's good news.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So the EP, what went into the decision to do an EP? Because you were saying, so the EP will come out June is what you're shooting for, but then you've also got an album in mind.
Pretty much time and the studio's utilized by a number of people. My day is Sunday, so I'm down there all day Sunday, and I spend time, and I record some other people too. I teach lessons out of there.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I only have one student and one potential at the time coming up. But,
Okay.
But I love, I work great with kids.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So and I really I love watching the the younger generation get into rock and roll, which I actually think is really happening right now. I'm seeing so many kids, and it's funny. Like, my daughter's gonna kill me for telling this story, but she wears a Def Leppard shirt, and I'm like, name one song. And she's like, it's a cool shirt, Dad, and I'm advertising the band. All right, it's all about the marketing.
Right,
I'm
right.
Like, all right, cool.
Okay.
She's 21. Her name is Giovanna. She's involved too because she's helping me with the marketing. Because
Excellent.
I did not know how to use Instagram or
Yep.
TikTok. She had to come over and show me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, that's really cool. It's cool that she's helping you with that.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was curious because there's so many different ways to release music now.
yes, and so I'm going the DistroKid route.
Yep.
Stay Anywhere is available on all streaming platforms. And all of this will be. But as far as your original question, why did I decide to do the EP? I wanted to do a single or two, and then drop 4 and try to. I miss going out and grabbing an album and going home and listening to it back to back.
Yeah.
And I could either sit here and act like an old man and say, back in my day, music was better, or I could do what they're doing today, because I'm not going to get anywhere marketing to people my age or just like my Facebook friends,
Sure.
So I've been, like I said, I was doing some research and private research and whatever, and it looks like people are getting really successful this way. So I figure, why not throw my, I got some good songs here. Why not throw my name in the hat?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. The time goes quickly. Do you want to play one more? I'm dying to hear another live one. I want to make sure we have
Absolutely.
time, and then after that we'll talk about the new
Sure.
the new single and,
Sure.
and whatnot. But Jesse Rutstein is here with us live in studio, and loving these so much. So
Awesome.
What are you going to play for us
This
next?
one's actually called Picture of Our Hands. It's a song I wrote last year, which turned into a duet on the EP.
Okay.
It's a male-female, and I brought my wonderful friend Alex Cecia into the studio. She's just an amazing, amazing singer. She plays around here. Alex Six Strings is what she goes by.
Okay.
And we originally brought her in to do the backup vocals because there's a lot of harmonies on this one. And after her coming in and absolutely nailing the part, I thought to myself, I was like, hey, you want to try singing the second verse? Because the song is about a breakup.
Okay.
And so with the female vocal on the second verse, it kind of sounds like a breakup within the song.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I mean?
cool.
So,
yeah.
So it's definitely cool, and her vocal makes the tune. So I'm going to play it now because I can't wait to get this song out there. But this one's going to be released with the rest of them.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be the treat, you know, because it's got the other vocal on there, and she's absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to release it. But,
Nice.
This
All right.
picture of our hands. Moving up and down the stairs, wishing that you were there. Now our little life ain't going nowhere. I hope you don't feel this pain. I never felt this way. While there's peace in your life, I'm going insane. Oh yeah, you got me going insane. And now I'm gone. And sometimes they say you never get what you want, but I've got to keep on rolling. And sometimes they say it's harder when you're on your own, but I've got to keep on rolling. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Keep on rolling. I always knew you told white lies, saw the true love in your eyes that you had for me. That's why I'm so surprised, but I'll take it where it lands. No money and no plans. Stop crying and toss the picture of our hands. Ah yeah, I really love the picture of our hands. And now I'm gone. And sometimes they say you never get what you want, but I've got to keep on rolling. And sometimes they say it's harder when you're on your own, but I've got to keep on rolling. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All this reflection I have on to myself. So many reasons for you to run away, yeah. And now I'm gone. And sometimes they say you never get what you want, but I've got to keep on rolling. And sometimes they say it's harder when you're on your own, but I've got to keep on, and now I'm gone. And sometimes they say never get what you want, but I've got to keep on rolling. And you know I'm gonna go and get what I want, but I've got to keep on rolling, yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jesse Rutstein here with us live in studio. So Jesse, do you have anything like when's your next gig? We should make sure people know about that.
Terminus on June 7th will be the next one.
June 7th. Okay.
And then the summer kickoff is June 22nd. That is going to be at the Auburn Pits.
Okay.
It's a daytime through the nighttime thing. I'll be opening the show at 1.
Oh, okay.
Faith Ann's closing up. And again, the Tumble Toads, Glitter Tooth, and the Whole Loaf are going to be down there too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really fun time, you know, getting the summer kicked off.
Yeah.
Right it's a Sunday gig. So, and that it's a really great venue, the Auburn Pits.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get a bunch of people down there, and that one's gonna be really fun. It'll be the first time that I actually have a full, like the Terminus gig. I'll be doing a trio. Caleb's probably going to be with me on that one too.
Okay.
But this will be the first time I'm going to be able to actually perform it all with all the parts.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. Yeah. And where's the best place for people to go online to keep up with everything that you're doing?
If you're Facebook, you go to Jesse Rutstein Music. If you love Instagram, go to Jesse Rutstein Music 3. And then on TikTok, it's just Jesse Rutstein.
Okay.
And then I'm embarrassed to admit, but I'm still getting the website rolling. I'm not going to do one of those plastic things. I got somebody actually working on it that's going to really make a nice one.
Oh, good, good. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's very important. That's very important.
But like I said, starting from the ground up, this is actually the first radio interview I've done promoting this thing. So I'm like,
oh,
really
no kidding.
excited. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we're very happy that you're here, and glad you played live for us too. That sounds everything sounds really good. And in a moment, we're going to get to well, let's talk about it. So we're going to do the World Radio. We love the World Radio premieres on the show, and we're going to play this track. Now, what is tell us about this song.
This song, so 2024 was it was a really like weird year for me.
Okay,
like crazy year. And this song was something things that have happened prior that led up to it. This was actually written about 3 years ago when I was at a place where I was, it's an angry song. I was very angry about the situation that I was in. And it doesn't even necessarily reflect it. It's my art. Like, that's how I was feeling at the time. Like,
yeah,
things have changed since then and things have gotten a lot better. So it's like one of those things, like a painter paints a painting. You can't change it in 2 years when things get better.
Yeah.
But this song has just, it instead of like acting on my emotions, I try to let them out through my music.
Yeah.
And this became, it started off as just the weirdest lyrics, and then I've changed a lot of the lyrics. It came from a conversation. I was a bartender for a while, and it came from a conversation that I was having with another guy that was going at the bar that was going through a similar situation.
Yeah.
And so Caleb decided that he really wanted to throw a keyboard part on this, and we have the Hammond B3, and the keyboard part makes the whole song. It really does, up until this past year. So he basically put this tune together with me, and the outro had this really great keyboard solo on it. And when I started to revisit it this year, he said to me, he's like, I don't know if the keyboard solo is right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Keyboard solo is awesome. He's like, no, man, the keyboard runs the beginning of the song. He's like, it should be guitar. So I did a guitar solo at the end, and I'm an okay guitar player. I like the way I play lead guitar, but it just wasn't cutting it for this tune. So I brought in Peter Davis is his name. Him and actually he's in a band with Connor Coburn from No More Blue Tomorrows, and they're an excellent band. And Connor is all over the EP as well, helping me with engineering and vocal mixing and you name it. But Peter. We briefly played together. I've only played together with him a few times, and I was like, hey, you want to come down and do this track? It's a really cool tune, I think. I think it's right up your his guitar style. Like, this guy isn't just one of the best guitarists I've ever played with. He's one of the best guitarists I've ever heard.
No kidding.
Like, that's how good this guy is. And so we came down to the studio, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And we sat down for a couple hours and collectively put together this solo. I was like, this is what I hear, but I can't do it. So can you do that? And he would be like, all right, well, I'll just do it 10 times better than what you asked me to do. And it was really great working with him. And he's absolutely a feature on this track. The song wouldn't be what it is without this guitar solo. But it's just, it's a tune that I wrote when I was very unhappy about what was going on in my life. And everything has gotten better since, but the song, is there, and I just think it's a great tune. It's hard rocking. If anybody who's listening in their car right now, turn it up. Because this is one of those ones that you want to crank.
Yeah.
And I'm just very, very happy with it.
Okay, very cool. So we're going to play that in just a moment, and I do want to remind people too, if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit. at WMNHradio.org and at my website, mattconnarton.com. And Jenny, you want to mention your website because you're always doing a lot of great stuff?
You can come check me out at jencoffee.com, JENNCOFFEY.com.
Absolutely. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. Katie Dobbins, who called in, and of course, Echo Ray, who joined us in studio. And we are going to close out today's show with this. This is the world radio premiere. This is brand new from Jesse Rutstein, and this is called Dear Baby Jean.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3
World Premiere.
Sorry, baby, when your mama doesn't get her way, and your daddy has to pay. She's just jealous, overzealous, won't admit she pushed herself out of his heart, while she lies to herself and everybody else to keep you apart, dear. You know he's sorry that he missed your last birthday. You know your mama told you he wanted it that way, telling you and her friends that he's the bad man 'cause he broke her heart. But he'll see you again, we'll put this to an end and get a brand new start. Dear baby Jean, I hope this letter finds you well, 'cause if your mama is right about God, well, she's going straight to hell. Dear baby Jean, sorry, mama, but things don't always go your way, and that's when you lose your f***ing mind. So make up your stories, throw your little tantrum, it's all the same. Your baby's gonna find out in good time. Dear baby Jean, I hope this letter finds you well, and if your mama is right about God, well, she's going straight to hell. Dear baby Jean, dear baby Jean, I hope you're right about God.